Good morning, Maui. Checking out our surface analyst, we're going to see our high pressures at 1033 all combining in Pacific. We go check down at the islands and we see this little trough right on top of us. Little trough sometimes means little low pressures developing right on top of us. And again, Hurricane Eugene is blowing around 65 knots. Alright, checking out our wind map, we're going to see a 28-mile-an-hour east wind. You can see our dominant winds are coming from this high pressure, changing east and blowing all the way through right here. Yesterday had the same pattern, but the convection of the heating up of the island sucked it through north, but still overall trend was pretty east. On the crater, we're showing 25 east-southeast. It's a lot windier than it was yesterday up there and the previous days. I'm not sure what this is going to do for the poly flying. It might keep it kind of low, but we're going to have to just wait and see. Our Big Island soundings looking a little like yesterday. It's still, the inversion's well above 10,000 feet. This blue and red line are kind of going at the same angle. That tends to be a good sign for cloud development. Looking over at Kauai, it looks just about the same, just a little bit more standard. I'm not really following any diabatic lines or anything, but still pretty good high inversion. Maybe gonna let some clouds develop pretty high. Checking in on the University of Hawaii, we're gonna see that we have a little bit of development happening all around us. That trough that we saw on the surface analyst, I showed that because of this little cell right here developing right on top of us. We can go back and just that little bump. Checking out a more detailed view of the radar, you'll see this little line of clouds coming in and this little line of clouds above us developing. It was forecasted to rain with such a high inversion. It allows clouds to develop up to a lot higher altitudes, which can accumulate more moisture and drop in more rain. So it's very well that with those high inversions and these clouds, that trough developing on us, we could end up getting some showers. And finally, our closest radar, you can see that these clouds are all moving in an east-southeast pattern, which is congruent with the crater winds. That might be a good thing that we might not see too much rain just over in Hana. Big blue showing that hurricane to be dying and not a whole lot of clouds, but more than we've had over on the islands. Wind GRU is looking pretty standard. It's still just showing an east, moderate winds. Right down here you see our precipitation, 0.3, 0.4, 0.9, 0.3. These are typically pretty accurate for wind. Looks like a little east swell. I tried to backtrack to find where it came from for 15 seconds. Couldn't really figure it out, but yeah, I hear some people flew the L yesterday, so it's a good sign for this kind of wind pattern. Here's Bill Hoffman's flight plan. He launched right here, flew to Oluwalu, flew back to the L, flew back to Oluwalu, got to the middle, and landed home. That's a pretty good moderate day for a windy L flight, so hopefully we might get more today and tomorrow. Tides are going to be low around 10, 11 o'clock and getting high for the sunset foil session. Still not big enough south swell for me. I did see a little knee chest high set a little earlier, but as for south swell report still. The Maui buoy is still 3.6, pretty small, east northeast swell. Red Bull X Alps update, looks like Kriegel Mau has about 100 kilometers to the finish line. He's being followed by 1, 2, 3 other guys. Looks like Pal Takas is still coming up the back. Still got quite a bit of time for a lot of people, but it looks like first place guy is going to be coming home today. Quick look at the sun. Game plan today. Maybe take it easy, but I'm probably still gonna go poly. Fly the hang glider again, then go down to Kite Beach and do tricks and then foil. Hopefully I end up skipping some of that stuff and making it to the L. It really just depends on what weather turns out. Yesterday seemed a little windy, so I didn't even bother with the L, and I got stuck hang gliding. So, we'll see. Who knows? Anything could be good. Probably won't get that wet. So, have a good day. Bye.